morning. That's a heck of a delay. How's the camera? Camera's good. Looks like almost a full minute display. Wait, not delay. Of course, I forgot to take the pad and the phone off of the Wi-Fi. That's probably why. AC's ruining my rings. That stinks. Alright, what time we got? Right at? Alright. I just lit it. I'm trying to get it stoked good. What's up? What's up, Cody? Carrie? Alright. I got a gust of sleep under my feet. So inconvenient. Anyway. Okay. This is a completely spider-themed game. I'm not sure if Cody knows who all the symbiotes are, but the symbiotes are kind of a big thing to the Spider-Verse. Started with the Venom costume. Venom was forced to have babies by experimentation. Venom also had a standard baby while looking for Eddie in prison. That baby found a mass murderer and became Carnage. So this is going to be a very non-standard game. So this is also going to introduce a new element that Cody's probably going to enjoy. So the point we're at with Marvel United is you can have between 1 and 8 players. One of the ways you do that is you can actually play team versus team. Now when you're playing team versus team, you are not trying to knock each other out necessarily, although sometimes that helps if it's possible. There's no way to just deal direct damage to each other. But whoever deals the most damage to the villain wins, like a friendly competition. So this is going to be using team versus team. There's 2 different teams of 3 spider folk. The villain is going to be Scream, and she is one of the symbiotes. Let's turn the light on. So she's one of the symbiotes, which is pretty awesome. And she's going to be trying to hunt down the other symbiotes, her siblings. Now, the Venom henchman is kind of protecting her. We have to get rid... Yeah. So we have to get rid of the Venom henchman and complete the 2 missions. Yes, there's only 2. I'll go over that before we can damage Scream. So we've got the standard 2 missions, but when you're playing team versus team, they're split. So once either team has completed their 2 missions and Venom is defeated, the teams that have completed their 2 missions can attack her. While that's going on, Carnage, we're doing the Carnage challenge. Carnage is also going to be traveling around tearing stuff up. Interesting. I've never seen a message retracted. So anyway, the Carnage challenge is going to be traveling around infecting people and dealing damage. We can't deal damage to Carnage while there's any infected tokens on the board, but he can be damaged right away besides that. So I'll start by reading the dashboard, and then I'll read the Carnage dashboard. So Scream, when a henchman has 2 crisis tokens on them, immediately discard them and replace or place 1 crisis token on the eradication mission. That's this over here. Heroes cannot interact with crisis tokens placed on the henchman or eradication mission by any means. Scream cannot be damaged until the 2 missions are completed and the Venom henchman is defeated. It's rough. Her BAM, deal 1 damage to 1 hero in her location, then place 1 crisis token on a henchman in her location, if possible. Her Overflow, if can't be added, accelerate the next villain card by 1, unless it's already accelerated. He knows Venom? Okay. So Venom is just a henchman in this, but just so he's aware, there are currently 4 Venom miniatures in the game. Villain Venom, Hero Villain, Anti-Venom, and Agent Venom. So 3 of those are Eddie Brock, 1 of them is Flash Thompson. All of the symbiotes that aren't Venom in this particular match are Venom's kids. Okay, her villainous plot: the heroes lose if the eradication mission is complete. So if she takes out all 4 of her siblings that aren't Carnage, then she wins and we lose. In the story, that mostly happened. They ended up being melded into 1 super symbiote. What was that called? Separation anxiety? I think that was separation anxiety. Yeah. Okay. In addition, the San Diego Comic-Con this year, the guys that make this game actually came out with symbiote promos. That's all 4 of them. So there were 4 different symbiote promo decks they came out with at San Diego Comic-Con. And they work kind of like the pets. You incorporate them into a hero deck, and then the hero basically has that symbiote. In addition, you can, if you have a model to represent it, you can put them all into 1 deck, forming the hybrid that I was talking about, and you can play the hybrid hero. Hebrew. I like that. Hebrew. I'm going to have to do a Hebrew game. I'm not sure if Cody is aware. Does he aware? Maybe he's probably aware of the Spider-Verse, because the 2 Spider-Verse films are amazing, just amazing. First one's better, but the second one was really good too. So if he's aware of the Spider-Verse, what we're playing with is we're playing with Spidey 2099. So Miguel. There's Miguel. Very cool mini. We're playing with Ghost Spider, so Gwen, Spider-Gwen. Spider-Ham, who I grew up on. I used to draw Spider-Ham when I was like 6. Penny and her robot. Spider-Punk, who is just badass. Hobie is the bomb. Love Hobie. And he's probably not aware of this one, but one really cool spider story that started out horrible. This is Superior Spider-Man. Very cool. So this is Superior Spider-Man. It probably looks a lot like Iron Spider, but it's not. Superior Spider-Man was actually Doc Ock taking over Peter's body. So he switched minds with him. That story started so bad, but it ended super cool. So Superior Spider-Man, Doc Ock Spider-Man, was basically posing as a hero, but then he got challenged by the notion of being the hero. So he started being heroic. And towards the end, he actually realized that there needed to be a Peter Parker, so he gave up the consciousness and let it rebuild Peter Parker. But then he had a fail-safe body where he basically came back, and there was Superior Spider-Man also. So we've got Doc Ock as Peter Parker, Superior Spider-Man and all of his technology leading Blue Team, and then we got Miguel leading Yellow Team with all of his future technology. Oddly enough, Miguel is the only one that doesn't have any equipment, so this game is also using the equipment. So we've got the Heroic Challenge, Carnage Challenge, equipment, team versus team, and I'm doing a home rule. So if Scream does knock out any of the symbiotes, then the symbiote cards in the decks that match that symbiote are blank. Yeah. Alright. I think that's everything explained. I didn't read Carnage, so what Carnage is going to do is I'm actually going to roll that die. Is it every villain day? Yeah, before each villain turn. That's not the first. All right. Let's do it. So the villain almost always goes first. Scream is going to go 2, and then she's going to bam. So she runs right to Blue Team. And Lasher. Okay, this is going to suck. It's going to suck so bad. So on a knockout, no special rules, which means on a knockout, she's going to bam again. Oof. It's rough. And her bam does 1 damage to 1 hero. Lasher's going to deal 1 damage to 1 hero and each adjacent. So he's not going to deal any damage. Riot deals 2 unpreventable in his location. Nobody's there. But Agony deals 2 unpreventable damage to 2 heroes in her location. So sucks for both teams. Actually, it really just sucks for the yellow team, even though she landed with blue team. That's pretty funny. And then she puts a crisis token on Lasher. So, oh, I forgot to draw. Tell the Agony cards from the Ghost Spider cards. If I'd have put Phage on Spider-Punk, it would have been the same way there. Alright. So somebody has to take a damage. spider. Man, they're all good. All good. Okay, Penny's gonna take it. Now, the yellow team, 2 people have to take 2 damage. That is rough. So Gwen will take 2. Peter Porker will take 2. I gotta get that heal up quick. Ouch. Alright. Carnage doesn't go. We've done all the bams. And then she puts down 1 civvy in hers. That's already full. And then 2 thugs there. So we can't clear the heal without her help. That's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. So we gotta go after Venom, who's in the bar with no name. That's pretty funny. Okay. Now, the way teams go is one team goes and the other team goes. So, we flip to see who goes first. Team yellow goes first, and it will start switching off from there. Not having that heal sucks. Spider Gwen, ladies first. Well, that worked out well. She's going to play Web Dancer, so she won't be taking any damage until the beginning of her next turn. Gets a move. She'll move 1 towards Venom. Peter Porker. Easy choice. Why'd I do that? He's not taking damage. He's just playing a move and a punch. So that'll allow him to move twice and deal damage to Venom. Stupid Venom face. Alright, Miguel. decision also. I'm going to play Spinnerets. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, if there are no move symbols at the bottom of the 2 latest hero cards in the storyline, you may perform 1 free move on your turn. And he gets wild. So, Spider Ham's move, his wild, 1 more to Venom. Okay. Blue team. I don't think that Otto would let anybody else go first, so we'll start with Superior Spider-Man. Start with Spider-Bot Decoys. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, on your turn you may add 1 Spider-Bot token in your location, if there are none. Once per villain turn, you may discard 1 Spider-Bot in your location to ignore 1 damage. And he gets a punch. Where are they? There they are. Okay, so it's got to be there. Use his punch to get rid of that guy. Okay. We'll do Penny. Actually, might do... I'm going to go ahead and use Swept Shooters, so he's going to move this thug to his location, but then he's also going to use the Mechanical Spider Arms to do another punch. Alright. Good times. Metal Armor. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, you may ignore 1 damage during each villain turn. Now that doesn't count unpreventable, but it's still good. It's also going to waste a punch, but oh well. She'll rescue. Hobie. So he's got a rescue. Need to get somebody moving, so he's going to play one of his riot cards. Symbiote Enhancement. He gets a punch, but if he does, he has to play his next card randomly. I'm fine with that because he's got a good hand. So he's going to use his wild to move. He's going to rescue and punch. No reason to use his spinners yet. So we're good. So now we do Carnage. Alright. Move Carnage clockwise, the number of locations on the die, so 0, so he stays where he is. And then he places an infection token below the leftmost non-infected token. And that's it. So now he can't be hurt until that's taken care of. Alright, then Scream goes. He's got a sonic knife. Move counterclockwise to the next location with a henchman other than Venom. If there are no heroes in Scream's location, place 1 crisis token on a henchman there, then bam. Ouch. Actually, she just got rid of him. Okay. So she puts 1, and then she bams, since there's no heroes there. That puts another one on him. Right? Yep. And when a henchman has 2 crisis on him, immediately discard him and place 1 crisis token on the eradication mission. So, the good news, see good and bad, right, is that the heal is now open. The bad news is she's closer to winning, and the riot cards in Hobie's deck are useless. Wah, wah, wah. And then where'd the card go? There it is. Oh, that also means that so Gwen can't take damage. She doesn't take any damage, but the other 2 can. Deal 1 damage to each hero in this location. So Venom is going to knock Spider-Ham out, which means she's going to bam again. Miguel's going to take a total of 2 damage, and that also means Hobie is going to take 2 damage. Okay, so they're still in, but just barely. Blue team's turn. Oh yeah, tokens. 2 in hers. Good thing I did what I did. 1 in Jason. Otto's not hurt, right? Right. Okay. Kenny is down 1 health, that's it. Okay. Superior Spider-Man. So he's getting a wild from Hobie. Otto is going to play the other Spider-Bot card. As long as this card is face up in the storyline on your turn, you may add one Spider-Bot in your location, if there are none. Once on each of your turns, you may use one of your rescues or punches as if you were on the Spider-Bot's location. Alright. So he's got a move, or excuse me, a wild. And then he's got a rescue. And he's going to drop a Spider-Bot there. He doesn't get the heal, but at least we stopped the overflow, maybe. Alright, Penny. She got a rescue. Just gonna have to trust Otto to take care of that, I think. She's gonna use her webs. So she's gonna get a move. She's getting a move there. She's got a rescue from Otto, and then she can use a battery to get a wild, which she will do. Battery. So move, move. Her wild will be a punch. Oh yeah, she needed to rescue before she moved the first time. Rescue, move, move. Wild punch. And then she is done. So Hobie, way far away from that heal. She'd give him a move though. Oh, that's funny. Perfect time. Hobie's gonna use 15,000 watts of punk rock, baby. Attach a stun token to a villain or henchman in your location. Next villain turn, their BAM is canceled and the token is discarded. So he's got a move from Penny. He's got a move from himself. And then he's gonna blast. Where is it? There it is. Gonna blast Scream. So she is stunned. That was perfect. Because then he's gonna heal to full. Actually. Nah. Yeah, he's done. Alright. Yellow team. Started with Ghost Spider. She's pretty close to knocked out 2. Oh, that's tempting. She's working with a wild card from Miguel. Right, that is Miguel, right? Yes. She's going to use her symbiote card during the next villain turn. If you're forced to discard the last card in your hand, draw 1 card first. Symbiote regeneration. So she gets a move and a wild. It'll be a punch. Ooh. And then she's done. Forgot about that Carnage thing. I think they Just have to remove it. So before she ends her turn, she'll use her web spinner to bring that token here. That way somebody else can deal with it and not have to leave. Alright. Peter Porker. He was knocked down. I just forgot to say he stands back up. 3, and then 1 for starting his turn. His hand is poo. That's really all he's got. What? What's with the light? So he'll use his punch on old Venom. That's all he's got. So Miguel, who's hurt? He's hurt pretty bad. What's he got? Alright. It's a pretty simple decision. Punch. So he'll use the 3 punches to finish Venom off. If you are alone here, you may fill any empty slots in this location by moving thugs from adjacent locations. If you do, you may defeat 1 thug here. He is most definitely not alone. But it is Carnage's turn. Ooh, that's gonna suck. Yeah, it's the same because he didn't roll the Carnage face. So there's 2 to deal with. Scream. She's going to move 1, but she's not going to bam. Instead, she's going to remove the stun. Which means nobody else bams, so nobody takes damage over here. And then she drops 1 in her location. 1 thug. And then 2 civvies here. Alright. Hope he really saved the day there. Well, I guess they still would have. He healed. That's right. So, never mind. I forgot he healed. Okay. Yellow team. Yellow team is not even close to having any missions completed. That's pretty funny. Gwen. Who is hurt pretty bad. Her and Miguel. So she can swap 2 threats in play. I see no reason to do that. no benefit to doing that. So she's unfortunately just going to have to play a move and a rescue. And Miguel left her 2 punches. So she will punch. Yellow team is on the board. Gets rid of an infection token. She will rescue. Gets rid of an infection token, which means Carnage is vulnerable. And then she can move. Do I want to move? I don't know that I want to move. But if I don't move, I'll waste that last punch. It's got to be done. Balls deep. I'm talking about balls deep. Gotta move and rescue. That's not worth it. Yeah, it's rough. No matter which way I go, I gotta waste something. We're gonna set Miguel up with a move and a punch. So we gotta move, rescue, and then a move, punch. Oh yeah, does he want to move? He'll use his web shooters too first. Pull that guy over here. Miguel's just gonna move and a punch. Or use a move and a punch. So he can move twice and punch twice. He's gonna be wasting one of those. Oh no, he's not. He'll throw one at Carnage. And then move, punch. Alright, blue team. Otto's working with a move. rescue, and a punch. So he'll use the move. Actually, before he does that, punch, rescue. All right. That means that Scream is now going to go every 2 heroes once we finish this team turn. Okay. Move, rescue, punch. Yep, he's done. Penny. Working with a punch and a rescue. She's going to use a lasher card. So symbiote enhancement is pretty similar to the other one. She's going to punch in an adjacent location if she wants to. If she does, she's going to play her next card randomly. So, I just needed that wild. Where'd she go? Did I move the wrong person? I did. I don't know how I did that. Okay. So she's got a wild, a punch, and a rescue. So she'll punch Carnage once. Use the wild to move and rescue. That doesn't do anything. Yeah, stops the other team from getting it. And then she can punch in an adjacent location, which she will do. Okay, so blue team can now deal damage to Scream. That's important, because Hobie's right next to her. Her damage prevention will not help against Phage, though. So she's probably going to take a damage next turn. All right, Hobie. Take us home, Hobie. Raise your hand if you want Spider-Punk to win this game for us. That'd be pretty cool. He's working with a wild. His hand is poop. He's not going to do that much. But he'll set the next person up with a move and a punch. And he'll start the arduous task of taking down Scream's health by 2. Alright. It's not too bad. She's probably going to take 2 damage because of it. As long as she doesn't stay where she is, we should be okay though. Carnage. 2. Ouch. So there's not a token there. That means he adds a thug and infects it. So he's back to taking no damage. Scream. 3. She's in the arena. She bams. Nobody's there. Nobody's adjacent to Lasher, but both of them take 1. They can't be prevented, so she is knocked out, which means she speeds up. Which means she's going to go after. She's going to go after one of each team. Knocked out. She is going to knock nobody out, but she is going to deal 2 damage. them. That's a tough decision. For Spider-Ham. Tough decision. Now she's gonna put down 1, 1, 1. Thug and Hearse, and a Civvy, and both adjacent. Oh wait, she bams again because she. Oh, so they're both knocked out. Yeah. I think Penny is too, right? Yep. Everybody's knocked out. Oof. So that sucked. Oh yeah, she landed there, so at the end of the villain turn, play another master plan card. A hero in this location can prevent it, but there's nobody. Okay. Play another. Face up. Okay. On the bright side, everybody's down. So she goes to the bar with no name. No, she's closer to everybody. She bams again, but there's nobody up to take anything. She puts 1, 2. I gotta say, the only reason we're doing as well as we're doing is because we have been really lucky with her movement. Really lucky. Yep. Super lucky. Okay. So now one hero on each team is going to get to go. Blue team starts it off. And that is Otto, who's fine. Okay, and he's working with a move and a punch. Good Hobie, good Hobie. He shall retort with the move and a punch. Which will take 2 off of her. He's also going to drop Spider-Bot there on his way. Okay. And the beginning of blue team was Gwen. Yep. So she stands up. And she's working with a move and a punch. Oh, they can't deal damage to her. That's funny. But what she can do she can do 2 rescues. The yellow team has not been performing well. So she'll rescue, which still does not complete a mission. She will move. She will... Oh yeah, Otto could have used that. If you're alone here, you can fill any empty slots with moving. Yeah, he totally would have done that. He would have moved the infected one and taken it out. Okay. What was I doing? Oh, she punches that guy, so they've completed a mission, which means they need to rescue one more before they can deal any damage. Very cool. That's her. So it's Carnage. Oh yeah, blue team has done, what was that, 4? Blue team's done 4. I'm not keeping track of who's winning. It's kind of obvious. Blue team's done 4. Carnage goes 4. 1, 2, 3. That's funny. Big bar fight. Bar fight. Scream. 4. Everybody's still knocked out, but she does put a crisis token on Phage. Because she bams, right? Yeah. And then she drops 1 and 2. So 1 thug, 2 civvies. I like that she divvies them up like she does. She drops both. It's good for completing missions. All right. So she's not accelerated anymore. Where's the card? There it is. So it's yellow team. And that is Spider-Ham. He's got 2 rescues. Well, he needs to move. So 2 choices. They're both Phage cards. Okay. Setting the next person up. We're not going to use the punch. Obviously, we're just going to use the wild. So he's just gonna finish that up. So now she can be hurt by yellow team. He'll move there, which doesn't do anything for him. Oh, I played that wrong. Well, it hadn't had a game effect because Hobie got knocked out anyway. So, same thing. But I'll remember it next time. The only time I used the heal, it's only a 1-card heal, but the only time I used it, he got knocked out anyway. So it had no, my wrongness had no game effect. Miguel. Who is hurt. Okay, I got a wild. So I could go do some damage. Can't reach her, no matter what I do. Dang it. So, he doesn't have much of a choice. He's going to play Entangling Web. Attach a stun token to a villain or henchman in your location. Next villain turn, their BAM is canceled and the token is removed. So, he'll do it on Lasher. He's going to move next door and heal 1. Okay. That's really all he had, unfortunately. Blue team. Otto's gone, so Penny. Hey, look where she is. Her 3 and her 1. She's working with a move and a punch from Otto. That's perfect. She's going to play Robot Strength. She's going to punch, and she can use a battery. Do I need to do that? Move and a punch. See if I can do it without that. No, I can't. So she has to. All right, yeah, she's gonna do it. She's gonna get a punch. She can use a battery to deal an extra damage to an enemy. She's dealing damage through this turn, and then she gets a punch. So she's got a move and a punch from Otto. She's got a punch and a punch from herself. So she'll use the battery, because why not? So the first punch, she'll take that guy out, just in case. And then she'll deal 1 and 2 and an extra to Scream. So Scream is gone. Boom. Which means these go away. And it ain't over yet. Because we didn't beat Carnage. So now we get to see how that do. Because Carnage don't like being out. So we remove all of her game components. And replace her dashboard with this one. All remaining health tokens from the challenge version plus as many health tokens as the number of infected tokens in play. So he keeps the 3 and he gets another. Because there's 1 infected token. This is cool. I haven't done this before. This part. Alright, so his special rules. When a hero is KO'd, they are eaten by Dark Carnage and removed from the game. Their hero turns are skipped but the turn sequence doesn't change. Damn. Overflow. He gains health. 1 health and can go above his starting. Okay. Each villain turn, instead of playing a master plan card, you roll a die, and it's a little different. Okay. So on 0 to 5, move him clockwise number of locations and deal 1 damage to each hero in his location and in both adjacent ones. Good grief. And on a Carnage, move Dark Carnage clockwise to the next location with any heroes and deal 2 damage to each hero in his location. Woof! I say woof! Woof! And it's the hero's turn. I mean, villains. It's the villain's turn right now. No, it's not. Spider-Punk gets to go. Alright, Hobie. He can still save the day. He's working with a punch. He's not going to save the day. You gotta be kidding me. That's pretty funny. Man. If I had 1 move. Still though. Well, it's not quite enough, but it's going to be super cool. Search and destroy. Move to any location with a henchman or villain, then bam there. Or not bam, punch there. And then he's got a punch. And Penny gave him a punch. So, moves to the bar. Punch, punch, punch. If we had not left that infection token, Carnage would be down. Alas, he is not. So if he knocks somebody up, that means he bams again. Man, this is rough. I'm scared. Oh! Next location, clockwise with any heroes. Okay. On the bright side, I think they're both okay, right? 3, 3. Okay. So both of them take 2. Easy choice there. Easy choice there. That sucked. But probably not enough to save him. So it is blue team's turn, which is Otto. Otto. Oh yeah, we won. Draw his card. Otto's gonna beat Carnage with genius intellect. So this turn you can treat all your action tokens as wild tokens. But that's not what matters. What matters is Hobie gave him a punch, plus he's got a wild, so whoop. Carnage is also defeated. That was awesome. That was a good game. Like I said, I think. So had one, we had three, we had two, four more. If her movement had been a little better for her, well, good for her. So she hardly ever, she only landed on symbiote, well, 3 times counting the one time that she went to one. So in all the times that she bammed and played a master plan card, she only landed on a symbiote 3 times. So that was really unlucky for her. I think that's the only reason we won. Or at least, while it didn't seem like too much of a challenge. I mean, she did knock a bunch of people out. Had she not taken Riot out first, it would have been a lot worse because the heal. The only reason that Carnage didn't take somebody out right then is because of the heal. So let's grade, and I feel good about Scream. I think that Scream, she's not super strong. She's not like one of the strongest villains, but she's not super easy. She's a good challenge. So Scream is a good challenge. She brings her own dynamic. It's new. It feels like Scream. So I think she would usually be a strong B, but I honestly think that's gonna pump her into the A's. We're gonna give her an A minus. Where's the A minus? What is it doing over there? Okay, so I'm giving Scream an A minus. I like her a lot. The only reason she's an A is not because of the difficulty. She's a B difficulty, but bringing her own feel, if feeling comic accurate. Yeah, she's one of the better villains out of the new stuff, so she's getting an A minus. I've already graded the Carnage challenge, but it works really well with this. It's pretty cool. Who have I not graded? I think I've graded everything else. Yeah, this was really just a game for Cody, so that's the only thing I need to grade. Yeah. Oh, the symbiotes. The symbiotes are cool. So each of them has a card where they, let me read it, where they get more stuff. Turn face down another symbiote card in the storyline, appropriate, respective symbiote storyline to perform 2 punches, for instance. So all of them have a card like that and 2 specials. One of the specials gives you an extra action, but your next card is random, and the other one is just a good special. I think it was a good addition. They're about on par with the pets. If I were to grade them individually, it seemed like Lasher was a little more potent, but let me make sure. Oh, Agony was pretty good. She was pretty good. She should be. So, Phage and Riot are basically the same, but different sides of the same coin. So, Phage gets rescues for flipping the Phage card? Where is it? There it is, right? Nope. Where's that other Phage card? There it is. And Riot, well, maybe not. Phage has some pretty good damage too, unpreventable. Where's that Riot card? There it is. Riot is just, okay, so Riot is a brawler. And he's a fantastic brawler. Treat your moves as punches. Turn down a Riot card to gain 2 punches and a punch. And the move card gets you 2 moves. You can get an extra punch. If you do, you play your next card randomly, and it's a wild. It's pretty good. Lasher is control. Right. So he's got a stun, he's got adjacent punching, and he's got movement. So he's varied. That's usually not very good. But if you power him with somebody like, if you put him on a brawler, that makes him a little extra powerful. And Phage is kind of brawler and rescue. Alright. Agony is about taking or blocking damage. Actually, she doesn't block, she just takes it. So, yeah. So if you're forced to discard the last card in your hand, draw a card first, that actually kept Gwen alive. It's the only reason that he didn't put her down with that unpreventable damage. During the next villain turn, if you're the target of a BAM effect, gain a wild token and ignore the first damage that will be dealt to you. But during the next villain turn, if a villain or henchman deals damage to you, deal 1 unpreventable damage back. So, and it stands to reason that this would be the case, but Agony and Riot are easily the most powerful of the 4 of them. But Lasher and Phage could make particular hero types better, since they're so varied. But the grading is usually done as solo. So as a solo, Riot's an A+, straight up. Why? I don't understand how someone got up there. Just don't get it. So straight up, Riot is an A+. Even if you put him on a brawler, it just makes the brawler even better at brawling. But it makes anybody else kind of a brawler. Agony is going to be an A. She's just under Riot power-wise, in my opinion. She doesn't... Yeah. I've got nothing negative to say about her. But she's not as powerful as Riot. She's not queen of the field. The other 2... I'm going to say the other 2 are B minuses. They are really niche. Actually, I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to say C+. So both Phage and Lasher are C+. They're just super niche. That's not to say that you can't pair them with specific heroes to make those heroes powerful. Now, if you were to put all of them together into one symbiote, into one hero, like they say you can, that hero would be a brawler, and it would be a good brawler. So I would say hybrid is honestly probably pretty strong. I'm going to say hybrid's probably an A- brawler. He's going to be one of the better brawlers, or it would be one of the better brawlers. Makes me want to make a hybrid mini. I do have 2 Venoms. Yeah, I might do that. Probably going to do that. So, yeah, hybrid gets an A-. Where's the dadgum A-? Where? if I can remember to. But so that's one massive spider-based game. Let me tell you. Team mode's fantastic. It's super fun. If you're playing team mode, you can also have one person play the villain, so you're 1-on-3-on-3. Super fun. If you're not playing team mode, if you're playing solo, you can play one person villain, one person solo. There's also 3 different solo modes. So you can play one person playing one of those 3 different solo modes, up to 4 characters, and one person playing the villain. That's called super villain mode. There's also versus. There's team versus, like player versus player, where there's no villain. You're just fighting it out. Well, you're not just fighting it out. There's events and stuff. Cody'd probably like that a lot. So there's a team of heroes versus a team of heroes, no villain. And there's events and there's missions based on that. It's new. But that's it for this huge spider game. I still need to do a null game, but I might make that more based on the comics. We'll see. Bring Miles in, Venom and all that. But regardless, that's it for now, and I will catch you cats on the flip side.